Thanks. It was super. The going was incredibly difficult to gallop in, and I thought for sure I was going to run out of horse. But I'm really proud of his fitness. I'm not going to lie. That's one thing took its toll today on many great horses and riders was fitness because of the galloping conditions. I'm so glad they took some of those loops out. I was very conscious to make sure and give him a breath at the top of the hills and use the downhills and not drive him hard up the uphills. He was jumping out of stride, and I just rode forward to everything and was seeing my distances really, really well. And he's such an honest horse. I'm just really disappointed, obviously, with the last water. I watched it today on the TV, and that's one problem with being the anchor is you end up with nothing much to do except watch. And I didn't want to pull back because I'd seen it ridden badly that way, and I didn't want to flatten out and get on the forehand and take a long spot because I'd seen it ridden badly that way. And I was encouraged because he wasn't tired when he got there, so I jumped in real bold. I tried to create canter in the water, and those last couple strides I tried to push him up, but I think I was just a little bit far off of it. If I could do it again, I'd jump in quieter knowing that I had horse, try to create the 8 strides and pop up, and that would have given him time maybe to see something on the other, see that there was footing on the other side, because he did jump. He bounced, but he went hard left and got the white flag between his legs. Would have been an inch to the right and we'd be okay. The great thing is he circled around, jumped in, circled around, and even with all that, he still wasn't tired. He blasted up that last little turn and hill and soared over everything, and hopefully that means he'll be good to go tomorrow. And he's a great horse for the future. He and I click like you wouldn't believe, so I'm really excited. I had a great time. Yeah, I thought when I walked this course, I was real nervous about the corners early on because that didn't go so well at Red Hills for a lot of people, including Woody. But the more I walked it, the better they looked because we didn't have such good luck with a couple of the horses. Clayton asked that I contemplate doing the corner and turning to number 5 there just to take the risk out. And thank goodness I did because he flew over the number 4. And he turned on a dime and he hopped over 5. And he never wavered on any of his lines, coming down that drop to the 2 skinny hedges in the water. I was on a long rein and I just believed in him and got behind him and said, don't you dare. And he never had any inkling of going the wrong way. That last water, it's a tough question. I had that problem at Guadalajara. It was a bounce bank up or a 1-stride bank up hedge back into the water. And I thought it was because I didn't give him a breath. He was a lot greener and younger, and it was a ridiculous track. It was a 3.5 star. And I thought it was because I didn't give him a breath, but maybe he needs to school those. So I will definitely go home, and once he's had his holiday, we will practice bounce bank up to something. It doesn't have to be into the water, just to get him looking on the other side. And if I had gone maybe for the 8 and given him time, who knows, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, he was brilliant. I tried to ride that last water like he did. He did it the best I've seen all day, no word of a lie. And his horse, looked full of running too. That gave me a little bit of confidence. His horse looked fit at the end of the course too. And he said that everything else rode, and he'd committed to a plan and stuck to it, and we're super, super proud of him. Yeah, they are. I think Woody liked that. Yeah. Once I'd had my stop, I went over the little bench and I tracked right up around the hill, and I came through the tree line where it gets a little narrow in the ropes towards the sheep shed by the Land Rover car. And there was somebody leaning in with a very big photography camera. Literally, if I had not done that, I'm pretty sure I might have hit him. And I kind of thought to myself, get out of my way. But that's probably just because I was grumpy because I'd made a mistake. But the cheering, I think, really, it's good. Yeah, I think, Woody's a showman. He's proved that now twice at the 4-star level in the dressage. Colombo was like that too. And I think it kept him going, and it certainly kept us going. So, yeah, Clayton said he really enjoys he's competed here and won. And he said, the French really get behind it, and they're behind all the teams, and they love horses, and they're knowledgeable. And, I got an opportunity to walk the course today while the competitors were competing, and it was a really good vibe, and the people were watching very closely and being very positive, and nobody was saying anything negative, whether it was their country or not. So I like that.
All right. Good luck for tomorrow.
Cheers.